Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Is this DJ Slam?
Yeah, this is him.
What's going on? It's Pamela. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm
Th-
doing well. I'm doing well. I
that's
was
good.
calling because we got this interview about to go on.
Yeah, cool. I appreciate your time, taking the time for the interview. Thank you.
Not a problem. Not
And
a problem. I appreciate you wanting to interview me.
yeah, and I was a big fan of yours, back when you were Total. So I'm just glad, that you're doing music again and coming back out. So that's cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So I kind of want to, take you through some questions from throughout your career, if that's cool, and then
Okay.
at the end talk about
Okay.
your new project. So
Okay.
first,
Okay.
I just want to start out, talk to me about how you originally formed the group Total, how you guys met and everything.
Oh, okay. So you want to know how Total got together?
Basically, yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, you know what? Actually, we all Jersey girls. Kim and Keisha actually was from Plainfield, New Jersey, and I'm from Edison. So what it is that Kim and Keisha was a group already, and
Hmm.
they was actually looking for a third member. Now, me myself, I always grew up singing. You know, I definitely grew up singing in church, but I never had any real studio time or anything like that. And one of my homies that was real close to my brother. Well, I would say he's like a big brother, but you know, one of the homies. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you to the studio or whatever." He took me to the studio, and it was my first time being in the studio. I was 15 years old, and he was just like, I met this dude, this producer by the name of Norman Graff. He was like, you know, he wrote this song, and he was just like, I think you would sound good doing it. And we did the song. Just so happened, Kim and Keisha the next day came up to the studio, and they heard the song. And you know, I kind of met them in passing, just kind of just like a hi, how you doing? But that was more or less that's what it was. It wasn't even hi. It was like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So after that, they heard the song, and they was just, you know, they was like I said, they was looking for a third member for their group. And the guy Norman just pitched it to him. He was like, yo, why don't you just get this girl, you know, Pam to be in your group? And you know, they brought the situation to me, and I was just, you know, because of me being young and kind of just on my own little vibe, feeling that I was all thugged out. I was like, nah, they're a little bit too prissy for me. I can't do it. But needless to say, you know, I was just like, all right, whatever, I'll give it a shot, and that's how Total came about. You
Oh,
know, at
okay.
first we actually was called Total Opposites because if you
Hmm.
look at myself, Kim and Keisha, and as far as our personalities and our sound, we have nothing in common. But when you put the three together, it was just like it was a hit.
Yeah.
You know, so we was called Total Opposites, and then from there, um, we was working with Norman still, and then we met these two guys that introduced us to a woman by the name of Kathy Duke. Now, needless to say, her son was the godson of Puffy, and we didn't even know this at first. She became our manager, and you know, she just would have us just doing just be I would say becoming stronger in our craft.
Hmm.
She would have us jumping out the car, like she'd be like, get out the car and sing, go over there and sing to the dudes right there in the corner. And you know, you being, especially me, I'm the youngest. I'm nervous, but what it is that at the time she was building up our confidence in just who we are, and that we can stand strong on our own with the voices that we had. And one day she took us up to the studio. She was like, "Y'all about to sing for Puff Daddy, you know, make something up, a little something, something, something." And we made up this song called Total Opposites. We just explained, you know, just think about our name, whatever. We walked in the studio, and, well, actually, Puffy came down on the elevator. As soon as the elevator doors closed, we got in with him. We just started singing. We was all up in his face,
Hmm.
had him in the corner, and he just walked off. You know, he walked off, and when he walked off, he walked out of the elevator, and we was actually at the Hit Factory. He walked out of the elevator, and he just went to the back to the studio, and we just was singing in his face, this, that, and the third. And he didn't, you know, his facial expression didn't change. He was looking at us kind of like we was crazy. There was a couple of questions, and then after that, it was just like, you know, he was just like, all right, thank you for coming out. And I was like, dog, we was the worst, and he didn't even say nothing. You know, he was like, thank you for coming. But 5 o'clock that morning, he called Kathy and was like, yo, don't take those girls nowhere. I'm going to sign them.
Cool.
It was really a good thing. It really was,
Hmm.
you know. But total, it was a lot of things that I left out because we had to grow together. You know, we
Yeah.
took that moment of growing together because I didn't know them and they didn't know me. And the
Hmm.
more we gelled and the more Kathy worked us so hard, you know, as far as just becoming great in who we were personally, one on one, and
Hmm.
then too with our craft, our gift, it was just like boom, the rest was history.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool. You know,
Yeah,
you
thank you.
you mentioned Puff. I wanted to ask you about your guys' whole image and persona. Like you guys had like that edge, that that bad girl image. Was that something? Was that
Mhm.
just your guys' natural thing, or was that something Puff tried to like instill on you guys? Or tell me about that.
Right. You know what? It was just natural. Like when you looked at the whole persona of who Total was individually, you can see like you would look at me and you could tell like, yo, she the one, she the one that seemed like she just real hardcore. Like she seemed like she the hardcore rugged one.
Yeah.
And if you looked at Keisha, she was more of the sassy, around the way girl that was just, the pretty girl that had a voice and just was like everybody kind of was just checking for and digging for and had that sassiness about her, that sex appeal about herself. And then if you look at Kima, she was more sassy, kind of like more laid back, but still can give it to you type like. But that's just who we were personally.
Hmm.
It was just like in Puff seen that and he capitalized on it. If
Yeah.
nothing else, but it was natural. It was just like we was the around the way girls. It wasn't too high sedity to where it was just like nobody couldn't relate. And it was just like, we was those around the way girls that you walk around. If you walk around nowadays, and if you walk from corner to corner, block to block, street to street, you'll still see those girls around. So
Hmm.
that's exactly who we were. We were around the way girls. So, like you said, we was the bad girls of
Yeah.
that boys.
Okay.
It was more or less that Puff seen it and he capitalized on
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Cool. And you were coming off, your debut album with Total was platinum. Your second album went gold. At what
Mhm.
point did you realize that there was never going to be a third album?
You know what? Honestly, I can say none of us saw that coming. You know what I mean? Nobody really saw that it wasn't going to be a third album coming. But things come. Sometimes things come up, and sometimes it look like it's for the worse, but it is for the better. But I really thought Total was going to be together for the long haul. You see us when you first get together, you like, oh, we gonna be the supreme. We like the Supremes, we like the LaBelles, we going. But we not gonna be like them. We gonna stay together, and but certain things come sometimes. You have glitches, and it's certain times that along the process of life, it's just like some things happen for a reason, a season, and some things are for a lifetime. This is
Hmm.
just Total was just it had its moment of its season. It doesn't mean that it didn't mean anything because it did, and it still does to me. Because I met some wonderful women and that are still in my life today. So it's just like, at the end of the day, it was just like, I would have never thought that Total would have cut off at their second album because we was at the top of our game on the second album. It wasn't like we had fell off. It wasn't like we was a one-hit wonder. It was just like,
Hmm.
we were on our way to establishing who we were individually. And that's when a group, if you can call a group out by name opposed to just saying, oh, that's that group,
Yeah.
opposed to somebody saying, oh, that's Keisha, that's Kima, oh, that's that girl Pam, or whatever. It was just like we were on our way. We were at a height and a career, and we never seen it coming.
Hmm.
But I could say it's some great things that came from that. It's some great things that happened because everybody grew individually. Everybody grew as a person. Everybody was able to learn some things. So it's just like, with that, I can say that it was a sour note, but in that sour note, some good came from it because I am who I am today because of that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It played a major part in my life, and I can never take away what Total was to me and still is to me.
Hmm. Cool. Just one last thing about Toto. Out of all the collaborations you guys had, you did many with rappers and other groups and stuff. Is there one that's most memorable to you, and why would that be?
Yes. Do you remember the joint that we did with Little Kim, Foxy, and the Brat? Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness, yo, the video was off the chain. The no one else remix. It
yeah.
was crazy. It was just like it was a ball. We going in there and it's all females robbing a bank. It was.
Hmm.
If you look at it, you like, yo, how can you get so? How can you be all hyped up off of robbing a bank? It was more or less. It was the acting part of it and all that. But it really was just like the empowerment of all these women coming together and just rocking off hard, and couldn't nobody deny it. It just reminded me, it put me in the same mind frame of when Brandy did the joint with Latifah, the remix with Latifah, I Want to Be Down with Latifah, Light, and Yo-Yo.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, it was just crazy. It was just a great atmosphere that day, just being around all those women and just really going hard and showing them cats like, yo, we don't need no male on this track right now. It's the ladies taking over, and we doing it big right
Mm-hmm.
now.
All right, very nice. All right, so for your fans who haven't been familiar with what you've been doing since the last Toll album, just take us through the past decade or so and up till now that you're doing your solo thing.
Right. You know what? I kind of just been like, I would say, honeycomb hideout. And the reason why I say that is that because the honeycomb, if when you think about it, it's sweet. And then ain't nobody seen my face, so it's just like the hideout. So it's been a sweet hideout for me. In the midst of all that I've been going through, it's just like I found me. I found me. I know who I am today. I know where I'm going. And it's just like I can say that I don't need everybody that was with me from my past to go forward as myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to exclude anybody from my past, because had I not had a past, you can't have a future, because you learn so much from your past that you're able to move on with. So it's just like I say that today is that I've been away and I've found me, and I know that regardless of who's with me and who's not with me, I can make it.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fact that I have a gift, I have something, I have a God-given talent that I have, and that I can stand on my own 2 feet with. It's not, like I said, it's not to exclude anybody, but it's just like, even though with them not being here, I can stand because I have something.
Yeah.
I have something, and it's worth hearing. I'm ready to share it. I'm ready to tell my story. I'm ready to let people know, like, yo, here I am. You might not have seen my face for a while, but I never really left, because if nothing else, you've been hearing my voice still on the radio. The Total joints is still spinning as if,
Mm-hmm.
We did them joints, 95? We started out in 95, all the way going up to 2001 is when things had stopped. And it was just like from that point on, you still have heard Total around. You still heard Pamela Long's voice, and it still has that relevancy today. So it's just like, here I am. All it is now is that now you see my face opposed to just hearing my voice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And did you always expect that you were going to do, music, or was there ever a point where you might have never thought you were going to continue with music?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I did. Honestly, I really did. I didn't think that I was going to do music again, because, honestly, I can tell you I lost my momentum. I lost my desire to do it as far as confidence.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, because when you're I can speak for myself. By me being in a group, I was comfortable, and I was always looking to my right and my left, and I always had my girls there, and it's a little different when you by yourself and you're on that stage. You can rock off, if nothing else, not to hype myself up or not to speak cocky or to be conceited, but just to say it in confidence that when I hit the stage, it was like I had a ball on stage. It was almost as if I was born on the stage, and I was able to move in such a way and to give the people, what they came to see was a show.
Mm-hmm.
So the showmanship was something that I loved to be a part of. But at the same time, too, I was always used to looking to my right and my left and seeing Kima and Keisha, and to not be able to see them on the stage, it depleted me in some areas, at least I thought so. I was just like, dog, man, I can't do this thing on my own. I can't rock anymore the way that I used to, because I don't have my girls,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Kima, I don't have Keisha, and I miss them.
Yeah.
So it was a part of me that just like, yo, I want to do it, but I don't have the confidence to stand to do it. But when I started looking at God and just saying that, this is something that He gave me.
Mm-hmm.
This is a talent that He gave me. I didn't get my talent, like I said, not to say anything about my girls, but I didn't get my talent from Keisha. I didn't get my talent from Kima. I didn't get it from Puffy, because before they came along, I still had it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I still was doing what I was doing. So when I took my focus off of them and put it on where it was supposed to be and who my true source was, which is God, I was able to get my confidence back.
Yeah.
You know, I was able to come back and be like, yo, I can do it not because of who's with me as far as what I can see, but who really is my source.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I can honestly say, your girl ain't think she was going to do it. I didn't have the
Huh.
confidence to do it. I didn't
Yeah.
have the confidence.
That's
I
interesting.
didn't.
But it is good to have you back, though.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
I'm glad to be. You know what? I really am excited to be back. I'm like a kid in the candy store. It's just almost as if somebody's saying, "Well, you want some chocolate? You want the Jolly Ranchers? And you want?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, 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 yes."
Very nice. Let's talk about the new project now. I was checking out your website, and it says you can
Right.
expect to hear inspirational music that's uplifting, soulful, and message centered. So, talk to me about how this music compares to, the music fans are used to hearing from Total.
Right. You know what? I can say because of the place where I'm at, as you grow, you know what I mean? As you grow as a person, you start to leave some things behind. You know what I mean? And I'm learning that what what's real and what's not real
Hmm.
is fake. You know, so and I say that all to say is that it's some things that you kind of well, I can't say you kind of. I can say it's some things in the past that I sold out to, that I definitely wouldn't do today because of the fact that I'm wiser, I'm smarter, and then too because of the fact that I believe that I have a responsibility.
Hmm.
And with that, my thing is that I'm not just willing just to say anything anymore. I'm not willing to just put anything out there because of the fact of my listeners. How can I sit back and just talk about anything, but at the same time too, I'm not living that. I could talk about sexing all day and doing this all day and all night, but I'm not living that. You know what I mean? I'm not living that. It's almost as if it's a double standard. How can you give somebody something that you yourself wouldn't even look to live?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just like I've just grown as a person. Like as far as with R&B music, I still kick it. I still go hard, kick it hard for the R&B music. But my thing is that it's good music. Like I don't have to go all out to, I don't have to go all out like I used to, because Total, we didn't have no limitations. It's just like whatever. Like I'm here, I'm going to say it. I don't care who don't like it. And it's just like, now it's just like, you know what, nah, I got to watch what I say because for one, I got a niece, I got a nephew, and even if they're not related to me, it's little kids out here and it's young adults, it's teenagers out here that's looking at me and just saying like, yo, was she doing it?
Hmm.
So then why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? And it's just like you gotta set an example. You may not want to be a role model in this thing, man, but I'm learning to whom much is given, much is required.
Yeah.
And if you ain't willing to look out for somebody else, then to me, I think that is wrong. I think that you need to get off of what it is that you're doing, get off of your high horse and look at it a totally different way because you're responsible. You may not want to hold the responsibility, but on some for real, it's just like, yo, Total was responsible, and I can honestly tell you that I jacked some people up along the way because I didn't take my responsibility serious. I didn't take it serious. So yeah, I'm definitely doing the inspiration thing because people need to be inspired nowadays. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like it's hard out here. Like if I'm talking about ice all day, like what as far as me talking about the ice and the money that I got, what is that doing to the next man but hurt? You know what I mean? They still in a hurting place.
Hmm.
How can I give them some substance? How can I give them something that's gonna last to help them to get to the next place in life?
Yeah.
Me talking about, the sex is good all day and me talking about I got money for days, I got cars for days, like yo, the only way that the next man can go out and get that is if he go out and rob somebody.
Hmm.
But I'm looking at him crazy because he went and robbed somebody. I'm not saying that is right. But if that's what I'm glorifying all day, then, the next man, the only thing that you're giving them is something that they don't have, a pipe dream that they don't have. And then it's just like it's making people angry. So I look to give people substance, something that's going to last, something that will make somebody look and be like, yo, you know what? That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Let me see if you wanted people to think. You want people to think that if nothing else, that it's something better. It's something different.
Yeah.
Opposed to just the same old, like all day long. Because the next guy, he looking like, yo, how can I get the ends? And if he can't make it that way, then he looking to get you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Truth be told. That be the mentality of some jokers. Like, yo, I'm going to get you then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get what you. get what you got, because I'm going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's just like, you know, I definitely, like I said, I definitely see things a lot different because my eyes are different. You know, my eyes have been open. I never used to think about the things that I did, you know, as far as having some repercussions and all of that stuff. I never looked at it like that. I just was like, it was a free fall. Like, yo, if I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I looked at life. But I don't look at life like that anymore.
Okay.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah.
And I can truly say that it's the only reason why I don't look at life the way that I used to is because of the fact that I met the Lord, you know, because I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart and into my life, you know, and I'll tell any man that, like, yo, all you got to do is give him a shot. He'll change your entire view.
Yeah.
I'm one to know. But I'm still me, you know, like I said, I'm still doing R&B music. I'm still doing it big. I'm still doing it hard. But at the same time, too, I'm not going to compromise. I'm not doing what I used to do because it ain't do nothing for nobody.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, joking. The only thing my music back in the day used to do was get a joker in the bed, make plenty of babies, and then, you know, you got your party on, you got your drink on, you got your smoke on, you know, and all that, you know, but for the most part, at the end of the day, you know, all those things was like smoke in the air.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what was the substance at? You know, what was the substance?
Yeah. No, I could definitely appreciate and respect this new approach you're taking. You know, I like that.
Well, I'm grateful. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I truly give God glory. I'm thankful. I really am.
Yeah.
I really am thankful.
I know we're just about out of time here. I don't want to hold you up. So just real quick, you know, the new album's called Undeniable. And when can the fans expect that to be in stores? And, you know, how far along are you with the project?
You know what? Right now, we in the mixing stage. We about to get in the mixing stage of the project. I'm excited about it. The joint is called Undeniable because of the simple fact that it's undeniable. The change that has happened in my life is undeniable. The sound is undeniable because of the simple fact that you, like I said, I can honestly say I've come to the grips with it's an undeniable sound because for so many years I've heard a lot of people say to me, and I say it out of confidence and not in any other kind of way. I don't say it being conceited, or nor do I say it being cocky. But for so many years, a lot of people used to say, you know, Pamela, you got such a different sound. Like when somebody hear you, they know that it's you. And it was just like, you know, me kind of just being, you know, trying my best not to look at it that way, or not wanting to be prideful or anything like that. But I say it in confidence that it's an undeniable sound, and I believe that it's going to help a lot of people. It's helping me, and you're going to have fun on this album. You're going to have fun. You're going to have a ball.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm definitely excited about it. Looking forward to it.
Cool.
Looking forward to it, and it will be out, I would say, towards the summer. We're going to definitely drop 2 singles, at least by summertime.
Okay.
But I can't say when the album is going to drop. I don't want to give you nothing false, but I can definitely say at least by the summertime, you'll definitely have 2 singles.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And let me just tell you, man, from the fans' point of view, you know, a lot of fans consider you the signature voice from Total, and yours is definitely a voice we missed, and we're just happy to have back.
Oh, that's what's up, Slim. No, I appreciate you. Oh, Slim, you got me all in my house, all looking and smiling all hard.
Yeah, nah, definitely.
You got me here walking up my hallway like, oh, yeah. That's what's up, Slim. I really do appreciate you even wanting to do the interview with me, and I definitely look forward to it. Like I said, my heart goes out to you in such a way to where I say, like, anytime you want me back to do anything, all you got to do is just hit us up, and I definitely would do it. I appreciate it a
thanks.
lot.
I appreciate that.
I had a ball.
Cool.
Like, for real, I really did, and I loved your questions. You know
Good,
what I
I'm
mean?
glad.
I did. You got
I'm
me
glad. That's good. I'm happy. And
that's what's up, baby.
But yeah, thanks so much again for your time, and I wish you the best of luck with this project, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, Slim, thank you so much. All the best to you too, baby boy.
No
I
problem.
definitely appreciate you, all right?
All right, thanks a lot. Have a good night.
All right. All right, you too, baby.
All right, bye.